tried to upload the video yesterday, but it didn't work because my uni Wi-Fi just keeps going down, which is amazing. So this is number 2. We're going to talk about the Adidas advert. We're going to just like have a discussion about what's to come, and yeah, no, it'll be fun. Awesome. See you in a bit. Hello. Yeah, cool, awesome. It's been a while. Well, it's been a week, just about. Anyway, just again consistently messing up with the uploads. I don't know how, but I don't know. Just luck of the draw, I guess. But anyway, so today we're just gonna have a little discussion, a little chat, because I didn't really have a topic for this video. I've been so busy with university work, especially as of current, and just other projects as well, to be honest with you, which we are going to talk about in this video. So listen up. So number 1, quick one that I need to announce: clothing brand. You might have seen me tease it on my Instagram, but the clothing brand is coming soon. Date wise, don't really have one yet, but we have been conceptualizing a lot of ideas currently, and yeah, it's coming along quicker than I expected it to. We're hoping to shoot for somewhere around March, June time, hopefully, but nothing, not March, April. Yeah, no, March, April, May.
What did the teacher say to you?
He said I'm effing stupid, effing retarded.
Anyway, so yeah, that's coming out. Layer of 4 is the current brand name. Follow on Instagram, the link is in the description to that. Anyway, so this is like the general topic that we're going to be talking about, and this is the recent experience I had being in like my first ever professional turn off my phone, silly me. First professional experience in like an advert. I wasn't in anything major. I was literally just an extra. It wasn't anything to brag about in no way, shape or form, but it was still a very, very cool experience. So yeah, no, that's been like, that was really, really fun. What happened was I went to this like cool like recruiting/recruitment thing, audition I get about this like unknown sort of advert or commercial, what it was. So I went in and I stood in front of this camera. It's the first time I've ever done anything. It was kind of weird because I kind of walked into just like, I kind of, shut up, stop saying that. I walked down into this sort of reception area, and everyone that was there was just so like the definition of perfect. I'm like, oh okay, so they needed to get everybody that was just the most looking people ever and just put them in a room, and they were like, oh crap, we've run out, we need some ugly people, let's call up some people and let's recruit them, boom. Because oh gosh, that's the most self-conscious I've ever felt in my life. Anyway, so I was filling out the form, and I don't have an agent, I don't have any managerial like processes I go through. So I'm sat here with all these people sat there like filling out forms, putting their agencies on, how many like professional things they've done. And I didn't have an agent, I didn't have anything, I haven't had any like professional portfolio to even like really reference in a way. So I was kind of stood there just like looking at this guy, he's like writing down like Hugo Boss, House of Fraser, bloody Fendi. I have a nice Instagram. Oh, so I put my Instagram thinking, it's gonna be great, isn't it? And I didn't expect to get the job because I went in there. I was quite shy, quite timid. Not quite shy. It was more awkward. I was moving too much. You might see that in like my early videos, especially when I was younger as well. When I did that review of my old channel, you can just see me being very awkward and fidgety. That's kind of how I was like there. And I didn't put my hair up or anything, it was all in my face. I looked like a mess basically, which probably wasn't the best idea going to a modelling audition. Yeah. And then they were just like, okay, now we want you to dance. Alright then. So, a few weeks pass, and I get an email. Ooh. I do get an email indeed. I do get an email. And it's actually to be in the commercial, and I was like, ooh, I didn't expect that to happen at all, I really didn't. So I was quite surprised, quite happy. I don't know why I'm so far away from the bloody camera. I was very happy, and yeah, I'm about to burp. I might include that, I don't really know if I will. Now, I get this email at around about 6 o'clock the day before I had to be in London for the advert. So that was a predicament because I had to go in utility/sportswear I don't have any of that. So I frantically ran down to this vintage like design store called Parade Vintage. Really like cheap vintage design. Like you can get like a Moncler puffer jacket for about £110. I will eventually do like a haul where I like buy a load of stuff and just try outfits. Because I do, again, I'm not straying away from the fashion thing, but just as of current, I've not got anything going on. So yeah, anyway, I was frantically that she, bless her, she like had the store open for me longer. We were both trying, like, profusely looking through the racks, trying to find like things. And I got this like little side bag, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty nice. It's quite a nice little side bag. I wear it quite a lot now, and I put like a little loop in it, and it looks quite utility. So I was like, I'm happy with that. Then my mate hooked me up with a like utility style jacket and a beanie, and another mate hooked me up with some like cargo trousers, cargo styles. Cargo style trousers, and then I wore like my my Supreme like Vans. I was going to say the title, but I really don't want to. So yeah, it was really good, a lot of fun. My hair's actually disgusting. So I went down, I got a coach at 2 AM, which was just absolutely horrific. And as well as that, I completely forgot I had the advert, so I had a couple of drinks with my mates because we went out, kind of, not out, kind of out. So on the bus I was like, little bit, ooh. So I was sleeping. Luckily, I don't like get hangovers. I recover from it quite quickly. So I was fine when I got there. Just a little bit nauseous, but that went away when I had some food. But I was exhausted by the end of the day. Absolutely exhausted, because I had literally been up since the day previous at about 3 PM because I slept in for some reason, but I had no uni, so it's all cool because it was a Tuesday. I get down to London, we go down to this like little theatre thing, and I won't lie, the vibe it gave me was I was at like a middle school trip. I don't know, there was like you know, the leaders. not you didn't go to a leader, you weren't like, okay George, you're with Janet, and Harry, you're with Samantha. It was more like there was just 3 main people that kind of got us to do the things that we needed to do, like going into the hall or like coming back or getting food. I don't know, but it did feel very like, gave me that vibe of being in middle school again, which was kind of weird. Yeah, so yeah, and I didn't know anybody won. Yes, okay. Anybody won? I did not know anybody won, and I went to here and I made a good friend. I made a couple friends. One of them called George, actually, which was kind of cool. And Antonio, Jack, who was like the main star of the advert. So yeah, so a couple of people, met them. Really, really nice people. There was no like, well, actually, tell a lie, there was a real big douchebag there. Okay, story time. So there was a guy that looked like Russ. Not even lying, literally looked like Russ. He looked like he listened to Russ. He came in, you know, wearing a Pornhub hat and like, alright mate, get out of here. So he was like, came in with his Pornhub hat and he had like a denim jacket on. And like, denim jacket looked pretty cool, but then he had like, no, sorry, take it back. He had a denim jacket, from the front it looked pretty cool. It kind of had the same sort of vibe as the Off-White denim jacket that came out, I think it was last year. So I kind of digged it. It was like, yeah, that's kind of cool. But then she turned it around and it had quoted on the back, you can't handle my realness, and then had like the definition of realness. Just a wet boy, innit? He was like 24. Look at my eyes, mate. I look like a skeleton. I really can't do much about that. I mean, let me try something. There we go. This kind of... No, it hasn't. Just hasn't done anything really, has it? There's a shadow of the camera. That didn't work. So you're gonna have to deal with me looking like a skeleton. Oh, by the way, do you like my tripod? I think it's really impressive. I bought it off Amazon. Lean back a little. What if I just sit really close? That's not really gonna help that much, is it? Am I recording this? He was kind of like, I had to sit next to him in the first section of the advert thing. We were like in the audience of like this theatre, and I don't know, it was like sitting next to a upper school student, like science. You know when you always messed around in science. Everyone messed around in science, let's be honest, or maths. Mainly science though, let's be honest. He was like that, and like back then, you know what I mean, that would have been fun. Like, I wouldn't have minded hanging out with him. I wouldn't have minded hanging out with him because he's kind of funny, you know, haha, but... And especially in a professional environment, maybe if it was somewhere like university, I maybe would have appreciated the jokes he was making, but... because it was this like professional environment and stuff like that, like we were shooting an advert, and they were like, you know, 3, 2, 1, and action! And he would do like, I don't know, there's one time where I went, yay, yay! I'm sat next to him, I'm like, okay, you are actually just challenged in the head. I thought he was gonna be kind of calm. Embarrassing bit actually was that I sat next to one of his mates that was also previously sat next to him but had moved up a row. So I'd assumed that this person was also sick of this guy's like just like constant like calling out and making like,
oh yeah, I go in my bedroom, do it.
okay mate, calm down. Like he's been, yeah. And he went, yeah, I know, terrible. I didn't realise he was being sarcastic because I then come straight out of shooting this like next little bit and he just goes and hangs out with them. So, to be fair, he might already know that I think he's a bit of a nuncy boy. He's chatting up girls 24/7. Yeah, so I avoided him for the rest of the day. We get onto the next stage, they have to get 50 people to the next stage. This was funny. They were like, sorry, we only need 50 people and there's currently like 72, so who would like to go home? And like 4 people put their hand up. And then someone went, do we still get paid? And they went, yeah. And like literally half of the room, boom, like half of the room, hand up. So then 50 of us go to this next section, which is under a bridge. This was the better half of the day. This was a lot more fun, a little bit more freeing. We go there and they're serving food and I thought it was going to be this like horrible, trashy trailer food, but it was gourmet. Like honestly, they had fish, what was it? Fish bass fillet, something like that. Something, you know what I mean, surely. And it was so good, really, really tasty, with some like nice new potatoes and salad and some garnish. So yeah, that was really good. And then we waited around for about an hour and a half. I didn't know what was going on. I think they were just I think they were choreographing the piece for the end bit because like Jack is like battling these other people with the football and whatever. We were all like in this crowd, we were like trying to hype it up like, hey, whenever Jack had it got exhausting and it felt quite like weird after a while because we were cheering the same movements every single time and it felt really weird. The first time it was quite impressive, so I was like genuinely like, okay, come on. But then you see it for the 24th time and you're kind of like, come on, yeah, kill me. I want to go home. Because it got so cold and it was like dark, but it was fun. It was a good experience. I'm glad I've got it. I'm glad I've done it. And it was something I would do again, maybe. It was a long day, but it was so cold. But yeah, so that was like my experience with the Adidas advert. So many people that I met, very interesting people actually, people with all different backgrounds. And if you do ever get the chance to like audition for something, do it. Yeah, so I recommend it. I do recommend it. If you ever have the shot or if you ever see something for auditioning, even if it's not like a professional thing, like even if it's like some theatre performance, go and do it because it's fun. It's a lot of fun. You won't regret it. That's pretty much the video. Thank you for just sitting and talking to me and watching with me, even if it was like background noise and whatever. If you like these sort of videos of me just talking to you and just kind of just keeping you in touch with my life, vlog style, I guess, then just, yeah, tell me and I'll carry on doing them. But the next video I'm hoping will be just something a lot better. In quality wise, I want to try and actually get some things in. I want to go some places, try and film me, you know, going to London, whatever it is. I've got a shoot tomorrow for that vintage store as well that I was talking about, not sponsored, but hit me up. So I'll probably film some of that as well because that'll be really cool to just put in the video for you guys to watch. So yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Nearly at 2,000 subscribers, which is, we're only on 4 videos. And I know I messed up the thumbnail in the last video. I put number 4 and I'm not changing it. It's just going to be there forever. So deal with it. But yeah, love every single one of you. Thank you so much for the support and let's just keep going. Still don't have an outro or an intro, but we're too cool for that. Let's be honest.